I have to be up at 4:30 just because I have to go work out in the morning. So
you don't ever take a day off for that, do you?
No. It has to be like Monday through Friday.
And with that, I was able to get my lay.
And my first 2 weeks there, I got a girlfriend. Like, through doing the Elite Playbook and Elite 30, which you taught me. And then I ended up going to the West Coast for a little bit. And my first week there, I got another lay within like the first week. And then I actually ended up getting a girlfriend out of that as well. I decided to join the military. And before that, I wanted to get laid. So he helped me achieve that goal. Once I bet all in on him, everything started to work out. Hey, John, I'm here with another update in about a week and a couple of change, and got my lay in. But this one was definitely a crazy one at that, just because I met this girl around a little college area, and we exchanged numbers, and we hung out maybe once or twice. And I know that I hit her up one day in that same week. We hung out, and I wanted her to come over, and she was giving me all these crazy notions that I really had no idea what to say. So that's when I texted you through the John Elite Access, and I was screenshotting it. And from those few screenshots, you let me know exactly what to text her, and I just copy and pasted it. And when I did that, she ended up coming out, and she said, "I'll be there after work." Now that one was funny. I remember just laughing at that. And then when she came over, like after 20 minutes, got the lay-in, John. Because if I didn't have that Elite Access, I definitely would not have got that lay-in. So I want to say thank you a lot for helping me. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have that Elite Access, you need to get it. Just because he'll help you in real time, like when you're doing something or you're stuck, he's able to respond and help you maneuver so that you're able to get it in and you're actually learning from it as well. So next time I run into a girl that's giving me this issue, I'll definitely be able to handle that. And like I said, John, fuck all the haters. You definitely fuck them all. Like, they'll definitely talk all that shit, but they have nothing on you, John. You're the best person around, and like I said, you need to get the Elite Access. It's definitely a big help, and like I said, John, I'll give you the next update, and hopefully the next lay happens real soon. Signing out.
Hey, John, it's me again. Just wanted to give you my COVID-19 testimonial update, because I know ever since COVID happened, everything got twisted on its head. I know that people weren't really going out. Everybody's wearing a face mask and everybody was scared to get near each other. And that definitely affected my game. Because I know once before, Jahan, I was able to just, flirt a lot more, touch. But, in this day and age right now, it wasn't going to fly. So I know I definitely hit you up and you recommended me your Elite Access. And I know with that, I was able to ask just a lot of questions that I needed clarity on. I know one of the main factors we hit it on was my fashion. Because I know once before, I just like a rock star and it definitely was fun, but I wasn't getting the job done. I wasn't hooking as many sets. I wasn't able to, to get the dates and everything that I once before was able to get. But once we changed that and I got a lot more whitewashed, a lot of stuff started to change. I was definitely able to hook a lot more sets, and get a lot of that practice in, which I wasn't getting before through my other type of fashion things that I had. And then I know another thing we hit on was my social skills. Because I know with that, I had to go back to the drawing board with that one and start over to where I was practicing all the things you taught me when I first started with you. And it definitely helped a lot because, I'm able just to talk to people a lot more, doing everything. It's just everything switched around. And with that, I was able to get my lay on top of all the other extra advice that you gave me that I was having trouble with when I was out practicing out there and all the things that was happening. And he definitely gave me clarity on those things. And I want to say thanks for that. I want to say a thank you as well for giving me access to the John Elite Access program that you had, where I was able to ask you a lot more questions that I needed clarity on and in situations like that. Because I know without that, I really wouldn't have gotten my lay. So I want to say thank you for that, John. And anyone that's on the fence with training with John, I recommend that you do it. He's the best coach around. Because I know before, a long time ago. I was skeptical, but John is the real deal. He'll get you laid and then some. You know what I mean? You'll definitely throw your whole life around and you'll be surprised. You know, it teaches you about so many things. And like I said, don't hearken all the RSD stuff or all other dating coaches. He's the only one you need for all your troubles. He's like a multi-tool. You know what I mean? The only person you need in your life. And I just want to say thanks a lot, John. And like I said, hopefully give you a lot more laid testimonials. And here's to the next one. I'll catch you later.
Hey John Elite, I just wanted to give you an update video just to let you know how everything is going. Because I know from the very start when we first started this, man, I always wanted to get laid before I joined the military, and you definitely helped me accomplish that. So I want to say thanks for that, number one. And then so far since my training's been going on, where to begin? So when I first got out of training, I went to an additional school further for it. And my first 2 weeks there, I got a girlfriend. Like through doing the Elite Playbook and Elite 30, which you taught me, and which I bought from you, and you taught me with the Skypes and everything. That definitely helped a lot. And then I ended up going to the West Coast for a little bit. And my first week there, I got another lay within like the first week. And then I actually ended up getting a girlfriend out of that as well. So I was with 2 girls up there, while I was up in the West Coast, and that was fun. And you know about it because I was letting you know, hitting you up, asking you what I should do. So I definitely want to say thanks for that one as well. I was well up there practicing as well with the Elite Playbook and Elite 30, doing that as well. And then I think the craziest one was coming down here to the South, which I currently am. It was crazy, man. I was getting lay after lay as well again. And I definitely got a lay about 2 weeks ago with this white girl, man. Everything has been definitely going well, man. I'm definitely practicing everything you taught me, from the Elite 30 and Elite Playbook. And I just want to say thanks so much for that, John. You definitely helped me and progressed to a place where I know I was not able to get you without your help.
Hey, welcome to the testimonial, but I don't have time to edit this one. This black student got 20 fucking lays. He wanted to get laid before he joined a military base. And he did get laid before that. That's his lay. And you can say it's easy. It's not easy. There's his first lay right over here at her house. I told him exactly all the objections and stuff, and he dealt with it well. Easy. Okay, over here he got laid again. So this is him in the future. There's the objections dealing stuff. Over here, talking more about objections dealing.
I first discovered game through RSD, and I fell in love with RSD Julian's techniques and how he did things. And, I was starting to get a lot frustrated. And, I decided in other places. So through looking through the internet, I stumbled upon John's stuff. And when I looked through it, I noticed he had all these testimonials, which RSD did not have. So, I'm looking through all these testimonials. I probably looked through all of them. And through that, I said, you know what? Let me give this guy a shot. Before we even proceeded, he gave me a test to see where I'm at socially and everything of that nature. And that's exactly what he did. And it turns out that he said I was garbage. He suggested that I get his 30-day social skills program, 30 components, skills program. But the one thing he said, if he wanted me to continue, being trained by him, he said I had to get rid of all my RSD mess. He said it was either his way or the highway. That day he told me that, I ripped out all the pages I had of RSD in my notebooks, crumbled them up, all the PDFs or Word documents, I threw it all away, bet it all on him because I decided to join the military. And before that, I wanted to get laid. So he helped me achieve that goal. Once I bet all in on him, everything started to work out. He taught me how to flirt. And then that's how I was able to meet one of my fuck buddies, how I ended up getting laid recently. So I know I met her about one time. I didn't really get to talk to her the first time. We met at an office, but I actually got to talk to her again later in that week. And so when I did, I had a Skype with John. He taught me some flirts. So once I met her that day again, I did those flirts. She was hooked. Like less than a week passed by until she invited me to her house. And I remember texting John, telling him like, oh, she just invited me. And then when I got in there, that's all she wrote. Like, we got straight down to business, and it ended up getting laid, which was crazy. And so I ended up getting the playbook. Since he helped me establish my social skills, he recommended I get that. I was kind of hesitant, but he said, if you get this, you should be good. Keep doing your thing, you know. All these haters that keep doubting you, fuck them, dog. You got this. So I just wanted to say, you know, thanks again. And for anybody, I definitely recommend John, and I'll hopefully get more testimonials in the future.
Look at this. Doesn't even cost you like $5,000 for 6 months to master your bullshit. Guys, results so quickly. Thanks to Elite 30 from Hardcase to Hero, combined with Elite
Player comment based on records in my possession, not medical or legal advice, not a diagnosis. Redacted for privacy, I correct material errors. If you Googled my name, you might see a Reddit review before you Googled my site, John Elite. This isn't a review. They never looked at the course. They started with Elite Access, not the whole Elite Bundle Resurrections. It's meant to turn you off before you meet me and try to turn off 777,000 people on Reddit in their seduction forum. A smear campaign is a planned effort to discredit a person or a group and tarnish their reputation. Psychology Today. Smear campaigns involve manipulation, often the behavior of malignant narcissists, and those with NPD or antisocial personality disorders. Patterns, not diagnosis. Psychology Today. Those recruited by the abusers become an entourage known as the Flying Monkeys. Psychology Today. I'm describing behavioral patterns, not making medical and psychological diagnosis. Number 1, omission plus rage quit plus hypocrisy. He wrote to me, your system can obviously work very well, as you can see in the screenshot. Then 14 days. He rage quit in the same day another Chinese student who got 15 lays, 5 models, 5 white girls, 2 actresses in the marriage. He procreated. He had a daughter. He described himself as having thin skin as he's crashing out. So for online, he flips it. He did not get laid. He didn't poll. That's what he said. But in my view, you cannot rage quit in 2 weeks and claim the system failed. That's hypocrisy. He never seen the digital courses on Elite Bundle Resurrections either. I said in this screenshot. He wanted to start Elite 30, but I didn't let him, as you can see right here highlighted. He only went through Elite Access. I cite it in the screenshots, and I didn't let him start yet. How can he make a fair, objective review on Reddit that is actually a hit piece, in my opinion? Number 2, initial contact. Proof of emotional blindness. First message. I feel like I'm a hard case. Depressed, ghosted, ignored. In his own words. Later in his Reddit rant, he says that he wasn't depressed, that he was gaslit, and I labeled him. That does not sound confident. When someone says hard case, but refuses the drills and to flip their own words, that's typically not coachable in my experience. It fits under unteachable case, not hard case in my opinion. Dismissive narcissistic style, low self-awareness. Number 3, voice playback, emotional disconnect. On the playback, I told him his tone was flat. He replied, I try to mimic Joe Rogan. I guess not. You can see in the screenshots. He literally admitted that he could not hear it himself. In my view, that's emotional blindness, style behavior, not connected to his own tone, no ability to register mistakes. He later spun it as gaslighting, but the evidence show that he said it first. Number 4, progress and quit. Not enough to change habits. He logged in 12 drills only, really bad drills, 17 approaches, which are just less than 10 seconds each approach, across 14 days, 17 approaches with audio over 14 days, where he rage quit because of that Chinese student procreating. I have the chart. As you can see, I logged in all the times that he approached. We could show every screenshot, but there's big gaps, skip check-ins. As he says, he even complained, why do I have to check in every single day, as you can see in the screenshot? In my view, habits don't transform without sporadic effort. Quitting before the foundation even doesn't prove failure. It proves avoidance. Number 5, NDA, $400 goodwill payment, the breach of contract without remorse. He signed a non-disparagement NDA. It took $400 goodwill payment, as you can see in the screenshot, that he ignored it and he made a smear campaign anyways. This posted statement, I believe, are inconsistent with that agreement. It really says that he cannot write a hit piece. Number 6, scope of access, not a full program review. He never started Elite Bundle Resurrections. He got Elite Bundle 2 at a time. And he did not access the digital courses there. His experience was limited to Elite Access. In my opinion, presenting that as a review of my full system is misleading. As you can see in the screenshot, he cannot even start Elite 30. Number 7, supplements, the real deal. His claim was that irresponsible prescriptions. Well, that's false. I don't prescribe anything. These are over-the-counter Amazon available optional over-the-counter items that aren't prescriptions. Only doctors can prescribe. This student never used them. He placed 2 duplicate orders by accident. Both stayed unopened. On the phone, he said that I'd rather get everything from food. I'm worried about side effects because he's a vegetarian. He later reframed this as death by supplements because a student died. In reality, the case he cited involves a lung clot, not a stroke. A stroke is in the brain. This is a different condition entirely when he's referencing alpha GPC. He's trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. His hypocrisy is that he's credited in the vegetarian-themed film that he filmed and produced and wrote called Meatless Barbecue in 2018 while attacking supplements he never tried because he's a vegetarian. Number 8, bans, the truth. He claims that weeks of bans, stuck in a limbo, no coaching. Well, that's false. He only ever had a 3-day accountability ban, as you can see in the screenshot. In reality, I rarely ban students at all. At most, 1 indefinite ban per year. Normal or short, 1 to 2 weeks max. A short reset spun into a smear about permanent bans on Reddit. Number 9, testimonial, straight numbers. His claim was that a few students make up all the testimonials. Well, that's false. During active coaching, each layer pull counts as individual results. For example, they got 8 lays, it'll count as 8 to the number. If a student disappears for months and later reports more results, I log that as 1 additional instance for that student, not 1 per lay. One guy had 12 lays. He came back 4 months later. He took a break, but he has 3 additional lays and he made 3 more video testimonials. But I only count that as a number as 1. A student with 100 lays, he credited my coaching a year later when he came back. It's only recorded as 1, not 100. You did not see a sudden 100 plus lays for the number this year because it's at 667 laid and poll testimonials. It never went up to 767 laid and poll testimonials because I don't count them that way. What is a sociopathic smear campaign and how can you protect yourself? So this is from Psychology Today. Smear campaigns involve manipulation and are often behavior of narcissists. A smear campaign is planned effort to discredit a person or group or tarnish their reputation. Smear campaigns are a form of emotional abuse and they take a tremendous psychological toll on the victim. A smear campaign is a planned effort to discredit a person or group, to undermine their credibility and then tarnish their reputation. Those who launch smear campaigns go to great lengths to spread stories, lies, rumors, and gossip about their victims. Smear campaigns often associate with an online community. So a smear campaign is basically a vendetta or act of retaliation. They are tools of those who can be characterized as vengeful or vindictive, controlling or obsessive. Such individuals are often insecure and emotionally immature. Smear campaigns involve manipulation, and they're often a behavior of a malignant narcissist and those with narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder, which is formerly known as sociopath and psychopath. They are abusers who paint the victim as the abuser because they see themselves as the victim. These people are incapable of taking responsibility or accountability for their actions. They mount smear campaigns to control the narrative and often rewrite history. Smear campaigns amount to character assassination. The individual grooms other people over time to function as allies or followers. They do this by spreading false or exaggerated information about the target. Those recruited by the abuser to actively participate in their manipulation becomes an entourage known as the flying monkeys. These smear tactics won't work on all who are approached. Often they only influence people who are easily manipulated. How sociopaths write smear campaigns. Narcissistic word salad 101. Since I've been through a narcissistic sociopathic smear campaign myself, I know the structure of it. It always runs through 4 stages. Number 1, false accusations. Number 2, guilt trips. Number 3, pain points. Number 4 is circular reasoning. This is called narcissistic sociopath smear campaign. So here's the first article from Psychology Today. Narcissistic word salad, NPD meaning, which stands for narcissistic personality disorder. It is being used as a slang term for a type of narcissistic sociopathic speech that is purposefully confusing. Listeners find narcissistic word salad extremely frustrating because the narcissist sociopath is using circular reasoning, outright lies, denial, or mischaracterizations of past events to avoid being wrong or having to take responsibility for something.